American Motors, builders of Nash automobiles, Kelvinator home appliances, and Hudson Motor Cars, and Derby Foods, makers of creamy and smooth-spreading Peter Pan peanut butter. America's favorite. Presenting this week from Fantasyland, The Adventures of Mickey Mouse. Now your host, Walt Disney.
We've had a great many requests from people who'd like to see more of Mickey Mouse. Now, when folks like Mickey, it especially pleases us because, after all, Mickey's been a favorite of ours for a long time. Now, Mickey Mouse has been quite an adventurer. His many talents and interests have led him almost everywhere and into almost everything. With so much material to choose from, variety should be the keynote to our program. Mickey himself would like to have us include this one, I'm sure. It's that great Once Upon a Time classic about a boy and a giant, but we'll save that for last. Here is Toscanini's favorite. The great conductor requested it many times. Perhaps he admired the little fellow's ability to wield the baton under all difficulties.
There 'tis, Alice. No, that's the one, Tweedledee.
Well, now if you really want to see the most beautiful performer of them all, just look over there.
Oh, yes, that is the loveliest one of all.
That's what everyone's saying about the completely new, from stem to stern, Hudson Hornets and Wasps. They're really beautiful, in the best of taste, rich but not gaudy. They're beautiful performers, too. In the Hornet, you have your choice of the very latest thing in V8 engines, the velvet smooth Hornet V8 or the famous Championship 6. Both truly great power plants. And look at the all-new 1955 Hudson Wasp, just as beautiful but lower in price. And it's powered with the new Wasp high-torque engine, famous for its high mileage and smooth operation. Beneath the high-fashion styling of both these new Hudsons, there's an American Motors exclusive double-strength single-unit body. Body and frame are one piece of welded steel that's twice as rigid, twice as strong as the two-piece bolted bodies and frames on most cars. You're twice as safe in a Hudson, and that's something to think about. American Motors has really rolled out the red carpet with these all-new Hudson Hornets and Wasps, the most beautiful performers of them all, at Hudson dealers everywhere.
There's no canyon too deep or mountain too high for Mickey, and one of his most hair-raising experiences was mountain climbing. It was in the spring. The snows were melting, the rocks were loose, and our little friends had no guide. Those of you who have spent a weekend in a cold mountain cabin, Mickey's venture in the Northwoods can be a heartwarming experience. From the moment Mickey and his dog Pluto entered a certain cabin, a couple of squatters started dishing out trouble. How a battle of wits developed in the frozen north and who came out winner is the story of Squatters' Rights.
Well, all right. my, Donald, if you want to stick to those old-fashioned stiff short springs, go ahead and be miserable. It doesn't cost any more to float along on the exclusive new years ahead deep coil springs in a Hudson Hornet or Wasp. You get 3 times as soft and smooth a ride. A much safer ride, too, because those longer springs set high above the center of gravity combat car sway. And have you seen the beautiful new Idea 55 Rambler with its smart new 2-tone colors? It's got deep coil springs, too, that take all the headaches out of driving in today's crowded traffic. Let's say you're a salesman or a housewife out shopping, always looking for a place to park. The Rambler's your car because you can park it easily in small spaces. Yet it's a full-size family car and gives you up to 30 miles to the gallon. And with the Rambler's low price and high mileage, you can afford one for you and your wife, too. Check your Hudson dealer and see how little it costs to be a 2-car family. Like the Hornet and Wasp, the Rambler has airliner reclining seats, twin travel beds, and the twice-as-safe double-strength single-unit body. All mighty good reasons why American Motors means more for Americans.
And now the one we saved for last. The classic Once Upon a Time tale of Jack and the Beanstalk. And who better to play the role of Jack than Mickey himself? And here to tell the tale is our friend Sterling Holloway.
Once upon a time, there was a place called Happy Valley with a castle. And in this castle was a golden harp with a magic voice. Listen.
Hi, what a happy day.
Well, there goes Willie, tumbling over and over, down and down.
So it ends, as all fairy tales should. They all lived happily ever after. In fact, Mickey and Willie have become the best of friends. Oh, hi, Willie.
Has anybody seen anything of a teensy-weensy little mouse?
Oh, Mickey? He went down to the Brown Derby or someplace to get a cheese souffle. Careful, Willie, don't slam the ceiling.
Tinkerbell's on the spot. Her future looks blank. She must tell Hook where the Peter Pan peanut butter is, or walk the plank. Still, that's a small price if she could save the rich golden treasure from this black-hearted knave.
Since you won't talk, my dear, then this is the end. Farewell, bon voyage, my dear little friend.
But it's Peter Pan to the rescue. On guard, Captain Hook.
I'll carve you to shreds.
Cries the bloodthirsty crook. The crocodile hopes Peter Pan is the winner, for he's already planned on the captain for dinner. Now the captain's a goner, just as sure as... But look, it's the kind-hearted Tink come to rescue old Hook. Yes, Peter Pan peanut butter, it's certainly true, is the favorite with people and crocodiles, too. In the handy drinking glass size, in the new wide-mouthed jar with the easy twist-off cap, or in the big, long-lasting vacuum tin.
Next week from Fantasyland, we will present the story of the Silly Symphony. Here now are a few scenes from that show.
Next week, Walt Disney brings you the story of the Silly Symphony. In The Practical Pig, see the 2 frivolous brothers captured by the big bad wolf.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
And prepared for roasting by the 3 little wolves. See the marvelous lie detector invented by the Practical Pig and what it did to the big bad wolf. You'll see how the Disney artist studied and drew the 3 orphan kittens from live models. A story of 3 abandoned kittens who found a new home and promptly got into mischief. Follow the exciting adventures of little Hiawatha as he sets out to explore the forest. Mighty Hunter Hiawatha. In the old mill, a haven of safety is threatened by the fury of a storm. Next week, you'll see the Academy Award-winning Ferdinand the Bull, based on the best-selling book by Monroe Leaf. Ferdinand, who loved to sit quietly under a tree and smell the flowers. One day, when they came to choose bulls for the bullfight, the story of the Silly Symphony, next week with Walt Disney in Fantasyland.
What can I serve? 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 Oh!
Here's what you can serve. Cheese for sandwiches. Swiss, of course, and brick. And here's America's favorite, cheddar. Use it for cooking, too. Now, appetizers for your party. Gouda. Looks like a big red apple. And cream cheese that blends so beautifully with other foods. And wonderful blue cheese. They're all delightful for appetizers and snacks. You just can't have too much cheese. Keep plenty on hand in your refrigerator to serve most any time of day. Everybody enjoys tempting appetizers and snacks with crisp saltine crackers. Remember, cheese, like all the other wonderful dairy foods you enjoy, begins with milk. And you'll never outgrow your need for milk.
Next week, Disneyland will be brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of America through the American Dairy Association, reminding you to drink 1, 2, 3 glasses of milk a day. You'll never outgrow your need for milk. And American Motors, builders of Hudson motor cars, Kelvinator home appliances, and Nash automobiles. Look out for the African Lion, soon on the screens of motion picture theaters everywhere. Walt Disney's newest true-life adventure, The African Lion. The screen fairly leaps to life with action, suspense, and drama as Walt Disney brings you a feature film so unusual, so spectacular, you will hardly believe your eyes. 3 danger-packed years of stalking, watching, and waiting to bring you a new, exciting motion picture experience. Walt Disney's The African Lion. Ask your favorite theater when you can see it. Feature length, Technicolor, soon. This has been an ABC Television Network film presentation.